Mark, can you tell us a little bit about the order in which you presented your work and your company, let's say, to the world?
I started bringing my book around during my lunch hour back in like '85. I started going to the New York Times. I found that there were a number of art directors there who I could, you drop off your book on Wednesday and pick it up Thursday or something. And work would trickle in, and I wasn't really able to. I was barely making a living until I started advertising in source books, and that's something that the great illustrator Robert Zimmerman told me about. And if I had to think of one person who was most responsible for the fact that I'm able to make a living as an illustrator, it would be him, because there were just so many things that he showed me, like, here's how you do this, here's how you do this, here's what you buy when you're going to buy a computer, here's where to advertise, here's how to set up your book. And I was just, not to go off onto a tangent, but that's who a person had a profound effect on my ability to make a living. And, so I took my stuff door to door. I started taking out ads in I'm having a Rick Perry moment. I started taking out ads in source books, and that's when I was able to start getting work. So somehow that legitimizes you, I think, to take out a spread, and people see it and think this guy must be onto something. So that's when things started rolling for me. And eventually, I got a website. I was never great at maintaining it or updating it, and not good about entering contests or promoting in general. But one way or another, I seem to have, maintained a clientele. I got into social media, and I hesitate to even say that I got into it. I mean, I'm on Facebook, and that's the extent of it. And I got it on Facebook because I saw that a bunch of other people who I knew were on Facebook, and I thought I better not be the last man on earth to not be on Facebook. So,
The last man on earth. That's so funny. Yeah, I suppose when you realize that there's 800 billion daily users, sorry, million, 800 million daily users. Yeah, you don't want to be like the last man on earth, to be
exactly. So
honest. That's really funny. Okay, so I'm recording. So Mark, can you tell me a little bit about social media and your experiences on Facebook and stuff?
okay. I post on Facebook. I don't post very frequently, and I always feel like there's always a lot of trepidation and a lot of angst attached to whatever I post. I mean, I'm always kind of wringing my hands and sweating over it, and what if people don't respond? What if it just sinks to the bottom of the page, or what if people respond and then I have to respond to them? And it's never an easy process for me. And in a way, I kind of envy people who post 85 times a day about the most mundane stuff, like, thank God it's Friday, because it's always like, well, that's a guy who just doesn't care at all what people think, But I am not one of those people, and I just I agonize over every little post I make, So know that when you see a post of mine on Facebook, it was the product of hours and hours of self-examination and trepidation.